Hello, welcome back. Mm, Welcome to Code and Me. And today we will talk about, as you all know, again the same part, that is sample project using PHP part 2. In this part, we will discuss about PHP, MySQL, HTML, and basic. I will start from there where we have stopped at that day. We were doing that thing like that in that hello what's your name, that was the HTML5. Then I have used a form in which I have used input type is equal to text, so we can write any text value and store in it the value, and that is named as val. So val can be used in the PHP, and the method is post, and the action is the page where you want to go. I want to go to the nowhere, I want to go to the same page, so I have used hash. In the PHP, I have used the if the value in this val is not empty, just post it, just print it. If it is empty, not print it. So let's check it's working or not. Wait 1 second. So 1 second. Hold local localhost host border in me, and that localhost code and me, that's my first page. In that first page, that's input box. In that input box we have used saf. If I use saf, that is submit, then it is here. After submit, it says saf. And if I will blank, I will use it as a blank, it will says write something. So that's how we will use PHP in our languages. Now there are various way to solve anything like that. So first of all, you have to learn, you have to find what type of project you want to build, or what type of project you want to uh, show, or you want to do anything like that. So basically you have to learn very basic knowledge about C, about sorry for that, HTML, JavaScript. Just note it down: HTML, and that use HTML5, CSS, and that can use a CSS3 also, JS, that is JavaScript, and then PHP and MySQL. So we have to learn these things one by one. So I am using the similar simple sample approach here to use like that things. For suppose HTML, it is the HTML form, that is title. In the HTML there's two type: header, and in the header, then body. In the body we will use everything like that. Okay. And now in the title, first form for project, if I want to use, I want to give, here we can do a little more thing, that like yeah, I will say about it one thing for it. Then form action, here I can use a title, that is h1 is used for heading, from like that form, and it will close it h1. Okay, now the time is new. Okay, so the new page is first form for project, that is form, and that is form. Okay, you can h1 is a first header, and we can use it up to h6, h2. It will be different for different purpose, the same, and it can be used as s6 also. So if we use heading for h2, then we can use p for you can say p for paragraph, by the first paragraph. And the first paragraph, and then we can use also br, sorry, and we can use br for line break. Okay, new line. After saving, just refresh it and check it like that. So okay, new line. So new line, for that we can use also hr. Hr is used for new line. Okay, after the line, it is used for line. And then we can also use img src image. We can use, I will tell you how it will work. A href that is used for as link, like https codeandme.com. In that we can codeandme, close it like that. So image src, I will tell you about that. This is the link. So if we will click it codeandme, it will go to codeandme.com. Okay, let me check. Okay. So codeandme, and I will click it. It will go to codeandme. So that's how it's working. Okay, clicking back. Now the time for the image, so I will save image. So you can see in that same file, that is XAMPP htdocs, and in that htdocs I will use it codeandme folder. Here I will save the name for it. Okay, so now I want to use image. So in the code I will write like that, img src. In that image, just use one.png like that. Okay, after the so the image is there, no problem at all. You can use it like that. The certain things we want to use, we can use it. We can take it height and width according to our choice. Okay, suppose height we want to give 100 pixel. So it will be smaller or bigger. Okay, take. So like that. We can also give the width, we can give also the style. And href, we can also use image also. Here if I will give the image, it will call us. So if I give them using this here at the space of this image src, and no height, nothing is there, I can use title like that, title. And what there is a very good use for title here. Title is for after hover it will show us where to click here like that. Okay, so now we can use it like that. So we can also make link of image also like that. So after, whenever I am hover the mouse, it says click here. After the clicking, it will goes to the new, that is codeandme.com. Okay, so what I did, I just use a control button. control button, then I click it, so it goes to new tab. So if I want to go to new tab, I will use a target is equal to underscore blank, so it will automatically call us and click it to the new tab. Okay, click it to the new tab. Okay, so that was a basic thing we will use in our daily life. And the simple HTML form is there, form action method post, input type is equal to text, name is equal to val. We can also use many things like that, like we can use I will tell you what we can use. Input type is equal to number is also, we can also use input type is equal to date also use input type is equal to password also. So everything is different. How it is different, I will tell you. And I'm naming the variable value 1, then value 2, sorry for that, then value 3. Okay, so every input is different now. We will check how it is different or not. So for the text we can input anything. For the text we can input, 1 second, maybe this means a is not blank, a is not, okay, here a is closed. So now it's time to print. It will take the value, it is a number, so we can add it like that. If we will click it, this will be add, this will subtract, this will decrease the value, and we can also take the number only. We cannot put any keywords like I want to type ABCD, we cannot. And because I have used input type is equal to date, so you can take date. And here it is a password, so if I will write anything, it will just look like right. So I'm typing anything, it shows it's a password. Okay, so that's how we will work. We can also use 1 2 more, like I will tell you the smallest one, like that's a very famous. Input type is equal to checkbox, and in the checkbox I will give the value, and last one, input type is equal to radio. Radio is also used for male and female, that is the radio button that's used for, you can see also. So checkbox will look like this. So this is checkbox, this is button, this is radio button. And last but not the least, you can also use select name is equal to something, the select will close the CLCT select. And we can also use option the select. So option, the value will be saf, option closed, and the value, because I want to use the saf is the same value here, so I will use saf. And so here it will take like that. So it's saf, it's suppose it's Neha, or it's looks, or you can say it's doubt. Okay, so value is different. That is the same thing, like the value will be loud looks and doubt like that. Okay, so what it will do, it will just pick drop down list, it will go drop down list, yeah, doubt, that's for doubt. So this is how a form or an input form can be created. So it's a very simple logic. So we will talk about it later in very for various form, for registration form, for login form, for registration form, and for everything. So right now it's a brief only discussion. I have already told about you about MySQL commands. We can search a query here. We can just like that select name from select star from login. We can also search it, select star from login. So go. After that, after the go, it will give us this like 1 2 3 4. If you want to check that your query is good or not, if you want to learn anything from query, so just use it. Like username is equal to self, suppose, like a like operator is just like this, like percent like. So you have already familiar with that. Okay, after I will use go, and it will always return a query for I will purchase. The select star from login where user like percent self percent. This means in the user self should be contained. Right? Maybe from in the last, in the beginning, or in anywhere. So we just have to learn it like that. Okay. So that's how it will work. If we want to insert anything, after the insert, it will create a command like that. If you want to insert anything like neha, the password is neha, like that. So after that, the value will be, the command will be like that. So insert into coding me dot login. Coding me is database, login is table, and the field name is user, the field name is password, and in the field name user the value is neha, and the password the value is nhn, like that. So that's how SQL query will work. So we have to learn SQL query also. In the PHP we will use many values like that. I have already declare you how PHP works. So PHP starting is question mark PHP and then PHP. Okay, and in this we will use get for get variable, get uh, id. Suppose this is get, I will tell you only one thing, get id, echo get id. So that's how it will work, echo get id. And we can also use echo HTML statement in the PHP also. So I want to use this br will print, this means it will print new line. And we will also use $_ post, uh, this means post, and the value is one, like that. Okay, so it will also return, sorry for that. And here dot is used to concatenate the value, like that. Okay, so now if we will also check the empty, that it is empty or not. If it is empty, then it should not work like that, because then it will get an error always. So dollar if not empty, empty, the function and that value by id, else go, and then go get value present, and then else if not empty. So if it is also checking empty value, and then in that value I will check this $post value. One is not empty, else you will write, well, one is what number. So echo write sec value in second field. Okay, like that. So here and here it is, you can say it is second in second, and I want to use like that 1 second. 1 second, it's very small. We will check, and then after that, and so get value not present, write value in second field. So here we will use br also for the, because no value is present, so it's saying get value not present, write value in second field, like that. Okay, so in the br is used to in second line. to use in the second line. Now if I will use the value in 1 2, so it will say get value not present and the value will be printed 12 will be printed like that. So something is not correct, I guess. Well, one, sorry, post, right, $_ post post like that. I need to use this post capital, it's case sensitive, so sorry for that. Now it's like that, and then use 12 here and then submit, so it will give us 12 is there. And what is the use of get? So if I will pass the id or value here, so I have to pass the id. So if I will pass is question mark id is equal to 1 to 3, then it will go to the get and the variable will be id. So it will print get value not present, at the place of get value not present it will print 1 to 3. Okay, so let's check it. Print 1 to 3 at 1 second. And if I will write here also, so it will print both value 1 to 3. So every time if question marks id is equal to 1 to 3, every time 1 to 3 is here, if it is not empty it will print 1 to 3, because we are taking sorry, we are taking question id value, that is get value here in url from url, and we are printing it if it is not empty like that. Okay, so that's how the PHP will work. We can use we today we learned about get. Get is the value extracted from a URL. So ID is there, question after question mark, that is ID is there, so it can be used as ID. And we can also use and operator, and operator used to for new value. For example, we want to check user, so we can use user is equal to something says. So now the value in get, if the $_get user is equal to saf, then if we will use $_get user, so it will return saf. And that's how we are now. We have learned how to use post, we have learned how to use MySQL, we have learned how to use HTML. So that's how it will work. So that was the part of sample project using PHP 2, in which we have learned basic about PHP, MySQL, HTML basic, and everything like that. So we will continue for the third part. This is Sav from Code and Me. Please stay tuned and like and subscribe our channel, that is coderinme.com, and you can say our channel is Coder in Me. You learn and code with play. Thank you for watching. Learn, enjoy code.